Death and Dementia video 24 talked about last time that things that are in people's heads with dementia, and it's real to them. And not too long after that, I got the first of a series of calls from mom. And as I mentioned before, she's not as far along as dad is in this, but she's getting pretty close to where he is, unfortunately. And her first call was that a man with a nose and had come and given her a toothbrush, and she was afraid and wouldn't open the door, but somehow he gave her the toothbrush, and then he had nothing but black for his eyes, and it went on to basically 4 or 5 different phone calls, and I'm thinking probably about 2 hours or so on the phone total. Maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. And it was real to her, and freaking out. And that's one of the things I want to bring up too. If you're getting to this point with family members, you can't. It's real to them, but there's nothing you can do about an issue that's only in their head. And so I don't. I just try to talk to her. She kind of got to the point because I said, well, maybe it's a staff member, and she would get pissed. No, it's not a staff member, and so then you really can't try to, guide her into a different conversation. She was stuck in that one. What finally ended up working is I sent the staff up, and they had to talk to her. Like I said, luckily had them in a good facility, and that seemed to calm her down. The next day, she was kind of back to what normal is for her, and she remembered a lot about it, but I think a lot of the fear was gone too. And it's one of the challenges that come up sometimes multiple times a day, and certainly multiple times a week. So be prepared for that. And it's frustrating for me as the son, and my brother I know is in the same boat, that you want to be able to help your folks, you want to come up with answers for them, you want to come up with solutions, and you just can't for a lot of these things. And I mentioned in another video, by the time you do come up with anything, I mean, the man with the nose, you can't solve that, but for other things, come up with solutions, sometimes it's too late, and the next problem is coming up. So take it easy on yourself. There's a lot of frustration in it, and the frustration really just keeps going. Where dad is, I saw dad yesterday, and once in a while, mom, when she goes down to see him, she'll bring her cell phone and put him on the phone, which is nice, because he tends to recognize our voices, my brother and I, over the phone, and not all the time certainly, but more often. And I'd say on the phone he might recognize our voice, 20% of the time, 10 or 20% of the time, where face to face it's like 1 in 100 to get him to really know you. And so I saw dad, and for a brief moment he knew who I was, and then it kind of went back and forth, had a nice conversation. It's hard for me, it's hard to stay in there too long, because you're watching this, and it's like a loop of questions, and it's frustrating, and it's sad to watch. So I do my visits, but lately they've been pretty brief. Still waiting on a permanent room for him to get everything in his room that we want. He's just in a temporary room right now, and we're gonna get the Jubilee set up in there. Shout out, man, for the Jubilee. I finally got it installed on my phone, and I'm not good with this shit at all. And it was easy to install on my phone, and I can log on right now and turn mom's TV on. As soon as I go there, it'll tell me if there's any motion in that room. So if I want to do a video call with her, I can do that, and it'll answer automatically, like I mentioned. I can go through the TV. We have it hooked up to a Roku, so I can either do her normal basic TV channels, or I can go to Roku, put a movie on for her. We end up getting the app for this German channel in case she wants to watch some of that. So the Jubilee so far, it's perfect. It's been doing just what they said it would do, and it's real user friendly. Like I said, I'm not good at this stuff, but it's been real easy for me to kind of navigate through. So if you have loved ones in this situation, highly recommend it, because if it hasn't come up yet, the question hasn't come up yet, it's probably going to come up. The TV doesn't work, the this and that, and it's that they hit the wrong button. They changed the HDMI, they did whatever, and it sucks if you have to keep going down there. You have to keep calling someone because they're out of the TV for hours sometimes waiting for someone to fix it. This, you pop onto your phone, change the channel, and you're freaking done. You can turn on whatever they want, and so it's been really good. And the links connected to the video. Another update about familiar surroundings. I mentioned they've been coming 3 times a week to walk mom and dad. They're really good about, if there are any issues, if dad's in a mood or something like that, then they might not take him, or they won't take him as long. Mom was having some stomach issues, so they took her for a little bit shorter one with dad, and so they're really good about adjusting. And then they do hang out and just kind of be friends with mom and dad, so they have some outside company for a couple hours too. So familiar surroundings have been perfect. And the young lady who's been coming actually was talking to my mom about church. My mom misses going to church, and so today was the first time that she's taken my mom to church with her, which was something that she came up with. I like that she's thinking out of the box. Anything to make mom a bit happier is great. And so familiar surroundings, I'll put their website up again. I can't speak highly enough about them, and thank you guys so much for taking care of that. That's all I have for this one. Next time I'll update you on a little bit more of the Jubilee as I get to know it a little bit better, and whatever else pops up between now and then. Until then, God bless you all, and God bless the United States of America. Thanks for watching. I'm hoping these videos are going to help somebody out there. Please look at the attachments to the videos. I've attached just the websites of some of the people who I speak to, and I've also attached my Amazon Associates links to some of the products that we've used for mom and dad, and some other things that look like they would be helpful for people in similar situations. God bless.